to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing. As the legislative authority in Asheville, we impact the lives of families, businesses, and schools with such a weighty responsibility. We believe it is wholly appropriate to petition for help from a higher authority in the discussion, reflection, and dispensing our duties as council members. Moment of silence. May be seated. Call the chat. Robert. Randy. Present. Dave. Yes. And Matt and Colton are both present.
Bless you.
I need a motion to approve the November 4th, 2024 regular session minutes. Second. Second. Vote.
Yes.
Departmental reports. Dan.
Okay, I have a couple of things. I'd like to introduce two members of the police department that recently were promoted. Lieutenant Brian Klein, Second Shift Sergeant Antonio Jester. I also have placed in front of each one of you a bid for an F-150 Cruiser that I would like to get purchased for the police department before the end of the year, using impact fee monies and money out of the general fund. I've been told that we do have the money for the vehicle. The F-150 being four-wheel drive is capable of being a patrol vehicle, a prisoner transport vehicle, used for the range. It's a high visibility vehicle, and I think it would be practical for the department to have. The very last page, you can see that our aging fleet, we have 3 cruisers that have over 150,000 miles, one that is at 100,000, and then the 3 that was purchased last year under 10,000. The truck is in Pennsylvania, and it would be taken to par, equipped just like the other cars that we have.
You're talking about 80 grand, 81 grand?
It's, on the very last page, it's 94,724.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got to see the other page, it's just.
Yeah,
Is that wired and everything?
that's everything. That's with the tonneau cover over the bed, the slide-in drawers in the bed, sliding drawers on the left side of the truck, and a prisoner compartment on the right side.
So is this like a club cab type of thing?
It is a 4-door
Seats
and
four-door,
150
okay.
four-wheel drive, yes.
Is that something you're seeing more of, the departments having
Yeah,
trucks?
there's several departments that
Because
do.
you say that it's a 4-wheel drive, so, you know, it can come in handy where some of the other ones maybe couldn't.
Right.
Okay.
And plus, going to the range, special events, parades, high
It's good,
visibility
yeah,
because
okay.
of it being a truck, I think it would be practical for the department to have.
And there's money, you say, in the general fund? also
General
for
fund
this?
and the impact fees, yes.
Is the largest portion impact fees?
Yeah, I've talked to Bert, and he does tell me the money is there for the truck.
In Burton,
Now, is this going to be used as a patrol car?
It can be used,
Because
it
you
will
can't-
be used as a patrol car. My thing would be, it would be assigned to Lieutenant Klein on day shift.
Okay.
Do we ever sell the old ones, or do we keep them in?
This is this is not a replacement, it's an additional.
Okay, all right. Oh, that'll work, that'll work, yeah. All right, okay, no problem.
What do you need from us, Dan?
I'm sorry?
I'll make the motion.
I got a second.
Second.
Oh,
Yes.
we need to, just need to, for the formality, don't impact fee paperwork out. So,
Right, yeah, because we need to know where it all.
do you have any problem with filling out the impacts if you pass it?
Go ahead. Well, it's all done.
We'll get that filled out then. Anything else, Dan?
That's all I have tonight.
Darryl, you have anything? Sam?
We had two things. For starters, I'd like to get each department their own credit cards. Just something, $2,000-3,000 limit on it. That way when, we have one here at the office that they all try and share, but sometimes that's not possible. Or if April or the office is not here, they don't have access to it. So it only makes sense to have one in each department. If we don't trust our supervisors to take it over, then, or to manage it, then we'll take it away. But I don't see a problem with that. But if they need something, I didn't give my personal credit card a couple weeks ago to go get stuff, and one day when they couldn't get in there, so.
Yeah,
I'd like to
that
get,
goes up the work, so we should do that.
I'd like to have each department have their own, and they be responsible for it, and that way we don't have to worry about it. If they need something, they can go get it, within reason.
I don't have an issue with
Yeah, I mean, it's a credit card, it's got protection on it, when April looks at it to see what we were charging, so.
So there again, I'm gonna ask, do we have a policy for that yet?
We
will have-
don't, but that's,
Yeah.
we will.
We will have, like where it was at before, there had to be a sign-in sheet, a sign-out sheet, and where it was at, and what it was being used for, and then the amount that it was charged on it, all kept on log right there with the card. That way, if there's ever any question, it can be looked at, and it can be verified that that's what happened.
I mean, there needs to be a policy of where it can be.
There
used,
is, and
where
the
it can't.
ORC stipulates what that policy has to say.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yep. So if not, I think you can run up the road, you know.
No, I get it.
That has one.
So does that need to be a resolution or an ordinance?
Probably an ordinance. I'm gonna send it to the solicitor anyway, to draft it and look it over, just to
Okay.
make sure.
Okay,
Because there are certain ORC guidelines I have to follow.
okay.
I think the point is, we need to make it, I don't want to say easier, but not so much running around and trying to do things that, you can just know what you're gonna do and you can get it done and move on. Can't trust these guys, can't trust, come on.
The other part of the meeting we had the other night about the impact fees and all that, I got an email on Friday from Miranda Holmes. They're going to pay the impact fees. They don't want to be in the NCA, which was not where I expected anything to go, but I still have some money there on the table that I can offer them off to try and get the NCAs. The NCAs are way more beneficial than the impact fees ever will be to the village, because they're in forever. I was going to send them an email today, but I didn't, asking what number would they have to have in order to let us implement our NCAs onto the properties. I didn't. I was just going to get your guys' opinion on it before I did anything.
It's not gonna hurt anything.
No.
So that
I
was-
mean, they could say total waiver, which even at that is still way more beneficial for the village than $3 million worth of impact fees.
It's interesting, though, that they would be more inclined to pay the impact fees up front than do the NCA, because the NCA is almost,
It's on the
It's almost
homeowner,
invisible.
but it says they were telling us that it basically raises the price of their home $100 a month. And that knocks a lot of people out of I guess people buy houses on that type of a budget, so.
so the additional tax.
The additional 10 mil NCA, yeah. So,
So they're willing to pay, what was the impact fee per home?
the impact fee's like $8,050, something like that. Rather than apply that, but the original deal I would say I made with them, but the original conversations we had was to take the impact fees down to 2,500, and then let us put the NCA on the properties. That was a conversation we had last week, trying to figure out a way to get them on there. There's 391 homes, so it's a substantial chunk of money. It's like $11 million in 30 years. So I guess I just reach out to them, see if there's a number that'll work, and see if we can get the NCA on. If we can't, then we can't. We missed that boat on 390 houses.
And this is by virtue of the state law, right? That the developer can decline participating?
Yeah, if it's part of your original negotiations when you're making the developer agreement and stuff and going through zoning, most of them are going to agree to it.
Okay.
But when they come in after the fact and try to get it implemented, it's, as you see, it's not as easy as I thought it would be.
And Fisher Homes has agreed to
Yes.
and the impact fees?
Yes.
Okay.
But they also have 300 multifamily or townhome up there at the Miranda, but that part has not been negotiated yet, so hopefully we can at least get that part of it, if we can't get any of the houses, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Talk to them, see, bring it back to us.
We got 4 pieces of legislation, 2 for second reading, 2 for first reading. First one's 2024-15.
Make a motion for, this is second reading?
This is
Yes.
second reading.
Make a motion for second reading.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
2024-15, ordinance amending section 925.03, notice procedures, 925.04, disconnection, 925.08, non-discrimination against customers, and 925.09, additional methods of communication, the codified ordinances of the village of Ashville declaring an emergency.
We just gonna do second reading, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me move, we accept second reading.
Second.
Vote.
Yes. Yes.
And then 2024.16, pertains to water rates. Have a motion.
This is second reading.
Second reading, too.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
Yes.
2024-16, an ordinance amending section 929.02 water rates, 929.04 billing, meter readings, term of payments, 929.05 sewer rates, and 929.06 water system capacity charge for the codified ordinance of the village of Asheville declaring an emergency.
Bert, question. On these water rates, and the water department operate in red, and that's why we're making these adjustments?
Yeah, it's been 3 years in the red. When we went to apply for loans, this was recommendation of the loan company
Yeah.
to implement these. We have since found a large amount of extra water to be billed. We have also quit losing 200,000 gallons of water a day, which we had done for quite a while. Our water plant went from running 24 hours to 16, 15, 14 hours a day. We're making improvements as we go, but this is what they asked for in order to secure the loans at the way things were when we applied for it, so we'd be able to pay it back when the time came. I don't believe we're gonna have to go as far as, we're gonna have to do something, but we're not gonna have to go for the full 5 years.
We'll have to go through RCAP or whatever to
Right.
figure that out.
So, yeah, we can look at it.
Yeah, and we're going to keep eye on it and see where we're actually at in, say, a year,
Yeah.
as far as water loss and water being billed and all that. Changing that to nearest gallon bill too will make us a lot closer on our,
Yeah.
what we're trying to figure instead of to the 1,000.
And you know, our interest is to stay above water on this thing, so to speak.
It is, and I did a cost comparison on every village in well, a lot of them in Central Ohio, where Joe Allen actually sent it to me. Our water bills for 3,000 gallon of water is $50 a month. Water and sewer. The next closest one's like 82 bucks. We're that far behind the times. I don't want to be at $82, but we have to do enough to pay the bills.
Yeah, I mean, I understand paying the bills, I just, don't wanna overcharge.
No, and it's something we're gonna have the ability to stop at any time we feel that we're
Okay,
a lot more comfortable than we were.
okay, all right. Motion to approve, second reading.
Second.
Yep.
Yes.
2024-17 pertaining to temporary appropriations. Motion for first reading.
So moved.
Second. Vote.
Yes.
2024-17, an ordinance to make temporary appropriation for the next year's expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Ashville, State of Ohio, based on the certificate of estimated resources issued by the Pickaway County Budget Commission for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2025, and declaring an emergency. Motion approved, second reading, or first reading.
Yes.
Second. Vote.
Yes.
Yes.
And the last one is to, an ordinance to repeal and replace the codified ordinances for the planning and zoning. Motion for first reading. Second.
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
2024-18, an ordinance to repeal and replace the Asheville codified ordinance, Part 11, Planning and Zoning Code, Title 1, Planning and Zoning Administration, Title 3, Zoning District Regulations, Title 5, Additional Zoning Regulations, and Title 7, Subdivision Development Requirements, except appendices A through C shall remain in their current state. Motion for first reading, for approval of first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Vote.
Yes.
Any new business? Any committee reports?
I can tell you, the planning and park committee, that we have 13 applicants for trees around the track decorated. And the time decorated is 1 to 3, is that right?
1 to 3:30.
On December 8th, and then we're gonna light it up about 5:30 and let each participant, if they want to, trip the thing to hit the dusk, so they all come over about the same time. And I believe the community club's working to try to light up the covered bridge at the same time. So we're moving forward.
Do we have any idea how many, you said we have 13, do we have any idea how many we want, or how many is available?
Well, there's 30 available, we'll take 13.
Okay.
The time to sign up is Friday.
Okay.
And, of course, if we have a straggler or two, we want to make a banner similar to graduation banners with the sponsors' names on it. So that's why we have a cutoff date.
Sure.
Okay.
And the only thing I got is, fire department had got their impact fees and had their impacts for the fire department delivered when they're in service. They spent about $60,000 on 7 air packs, so that's helping them out. So, April, what do you think?
No, other than the budget, we will go through 3 full readings on it, so look over what I gave you. I think you all have a clear copy now. If you have questions, whatever, just, you know where to find me.
Audience comments, submitting, so council comments. Chad?
No. Congratulations on your promotions, guys. We appreciate you guys very much.
Yeah, same here.
Council.
Motion adjourned?
Second.
Good.